Greetings, Princely. Congratulations.
Hey, how you
And
doing?
good, and good luck. At, um, on you, good. Sorry, and good luck on your journey. Hey,
Thank you.
the Panthers obviously did their homework on you, meeting at the Senior Bowl and having a pre-draft visit. What was the connection and the vibes like during those initial talks, and how do you see your fit um, coming into the Panthers?
I mean the vibes they was cool, seemed interested. It was just the vibe of any other NFL interview. What was the second half of that question?
Just to see what how you see your fit coming into defense that obviously needs help.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just see myself as a guy that can, I just want to have a goal to come in and just make a difference and help the team in any way that I could possible.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, Princely, Mike K from the Charlotte Observer.
How you doing?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm well. We just talked to Dan, and he talked about how good your bend is as an edge rusher. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
probably something you take a lot of pride in. What about being able to just turn that corner makes you so good?
Man, I think when having that ability just helps me to win fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I'm not a guy that sits there and does too much with the offensive tackle. If I can beat you now, I'm gonna beat you now and not give the quarterback any time with my bend and speed.
Is there a guy that you kind of see as like a similar guy who can just win around the edge with speed and bend?
I would say like Von Miller. Yeah.
And then, Princely is obviously a rare name to have.
Mhm.
What's the story behind your name?
It has to do with my Nigerian heritage. I was like before Nigeria was colonized, it was just a bunch of different type like groups of people, and my grandpa was like a chief or like a king of a village or whatever. So my dad wanted to keep it alive, so he named all his kids Prince something.
Awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your help.
Mhm.
Hey, Princely, congratulations.
Thank you.
On that note, what are some of the other versions of Prince or Princely that your family is named?
Well, my big brother's name's Prince. I'm Prince Lee. My little brother Prince Will, and then the last one is Princeton.
Do the nicknames get confusing on that, or how do you
Yeah, my
keep
parents
everybody?
still get confused.
Just call for one and everybody comes.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm sure you were watching the draft tonight. Not long before the Panthers drafted you, they also took Nick Scorton out of Texas A&M. But what
Mhm.
do you kind of know about his game, and what do you think the two of you can do together coming in the same class?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too familiar with him, but if they picked him that high, obviously they, see something in him. So I'm just ready to go in and dominate with him.
And then when we talked about the Senior Bowl, you talked about how important it was for you to get to that double-digit sack number in your last year.
Hmm.
What all did you think made the biggest difference in your game? What did you do to make the biggest difference to help that happen?
I'm not gonna lie, I did a lot of things. Like for example, I did a lot of stuff off the field, like just taking care of my body and things of that nature. But man, I feel like one of the biggest things was just having other elite guys around me. Like I had Walter Nolan, Jared Ivey, JJ Pegues, Suntarine Perkins. Other elite guys that the pressure, the focus didn't have to be on me all the time, every game. So I was able to get loose a little bit.
And I'm so sorry, just one more quick one for me. I forgot to ask. Your grandpa that was the chief, do you know what his name was?
I honestly don't, because
Too far back.
I never met him. He was when I was a baby. He died when I was a baby.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Congratulations again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, we will go over to David, followed by Joe.
Hey, Princely David Newton, ESPN.com. Congratulations on being
Thank
picked.
you. Thank you.
Wanted to ask you, and you mentioned Von Miller, kind of comparing your games a little bit. Kind of expand on that a little bit. What do you see as your similarities? Is that a guy that you kind of modeled yourself after, or is why'd you come up with him?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I modeled because like when I play football, it's kind of like a just instinctual thing. I never really tried to like I've watched people games and try to take, little pieces and just of technique. But when I say that name, I think it's just I make a comparison because I see like the way I play, I think it's similar as far as bending around tackles and speed off the edge.
You sound like you got a pretty high motor there.
Yes, sir.
So what's your best move?
I would say a chop rip.
Any example in this past year where you use that we could go back and look at and
Probably
yeah.
just like versus the offensive tackle in versus Georgia and also versus Arkansas. It's kind of like when I just run around a guy and chop their arm down and get around them.
I appreciate it. Congrats again.
Yes, sir, for sure. Thank you.
Hey, Princely, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Hey, man, congrats. Do you have a
Thank you.
party tonight? Where are we
Yeah, I
talking?
had a little something. Yes, sir.
You're at the crib in Texas or where?
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
Okay, good, good. How many people you have over?
I would say maybe like 30 through 50. I can't really. That's probably the range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing Dave Canales was talking about is being able to watch you and Scorton go against Will Campbell and pretty much NFL type competition every week in the
Mhm.
SEC.
Mhm.
What do you think that SEC and you were two different SEC schools? What did that do for you?
Man, it's just I was actually committed to Texas in high school, and I decommitted because I wanted to play in the SEC. They were in the Big 12 at the time. I just feel like the SEC is the best competition in competition conference in college football. I feel like going up against SEC tackles every week prepares us as SEC defenders better than any other defender in any other conference.
Did you take a 30 visit here?
Yes, sir.
What was that like? Who did you meet? Any kind of cool impressions of the building or the even the city?
Yeah, it was nice. Didn't really get to see the city too much. It was just in and out. I met pretty much everyone on the defensive staff and the GM and the head coach, and it was just a great vibe. Like I told the head coach when I was in the meeting with him that I loved their staff. Like when I was there, their staff just seemed like they were really, really like coordinated and just knew what was going on. It almost seemed like I was like you would think it was like a Super Bowl winning staff the past season. The way that's how I felt. Like they felt like a winning program staff, and I just felt really comfortable with them.
Thanks very much.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have time for a couple more. We will go over to Alex.
What's up, Princely? Alex Zetlow with the Charlotte Observer.
Yeah, how you doing?
What's up, man? When did you start playing football?
I was 9.
Was football your favorite sport growing up, or did you have multiple
I
endeavors?
think football was my favorite. I played basketball also, but I think football is probably my favorite.
Do you was it an athletic family? Were all your siblings also athletes as well?
Yeah, all my siblings are athletes. Also, my little brother goes to Ole Miss right now. My big brother is trying to get drafted. Also, might go to the CFL, and then my youngest brother, he's in high school playing football. Also,
Oh my goodness. Uh,
yeah.
were your parents athletic parents as well?
I mean, I'm not sure. I know they didn't play no football. Yeah.
That's fair. Final question for me. Just more about your game. Is there one part of your game that you think that there's a misperception of that you want to prove in the
I
NFL?
think I think the power aspect of my game, I think I'm a really powerful guy and people kind of don't really acknowledge that. But I feel like it's because when I was in college, I really was like a little bit spoiled I don't know if I was like spoiled, maybe I'm just that good, you know what I'm saying? When we're to the point where I didn't really have to use power against offensive tackles. I was winning with my moves, so there was no reason to convert to power. But there was times where I go power and it does show up on film a lot. I squat 700 pounds, so I know I have a lot of power. And I just feel like just showing that a little more.
Great, sounds good. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we will finish off with Scott.
Hi, Princely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think we know how to do this, but just to make sure, can you pronounce your last name for us?
Umanmielen.
Umanmielen. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And your brother that was maybe going to the CFL, what was his name again, and what position is he?
Prince, he plays D-line.
Okay. How far apart are you guys in age?
About a year and like 8 months.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We look forward to having you here. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Princely. Congratulations again. We can't wait to have you here with us in Carolina.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Have a great night.
Thank you, you too.